Yeah, I own this house.
There it is. There's a search warrant.
Search warrant for what?
Now, what I will explain to you is if you want to listen, you got your phone going?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Right. Now, you're under arrest in relation to incitement.
Man, like, it's not like she's done it.
Well,
she made a post.
Already committed the offence. So I'm not going to.
So that's an offence.
Now, the search warrant entitles us, and we're required to seize any computers, any mobile devices you have.
Just a quick message before the video starts. If you could like this video, leave a comment below, but most importantly, hit the red subscribe button and the little bell next to it, which will notify you when these videos become available. And most importantly, share this video around. That helps me stay competitive with the big multinational corporations such as CNN and the BBC that YouTube is unfortunately choosing to prioritise. Thank you very much and enjoy this video. Greetings free thinkers, welcome to the Hoggcast. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fine. I certainly am not today, and I'll tell you why. It's beyond being peed off. We're going to look at a clip today, only one clip, but it's a fairly long clip, but the thing is, I need you to see it. It is based in, it's an incident that happened yesterday in the state of Victoria in Australia. Australia is a beautiful country. I love Australian people, but their response to the beer bug, the you-know-what virus, is beyond overhanded, heavy-handed. It's too much. And what's happened is a pregnant woman, a young mother, who has kids and is pregnant again, was arrested, had a search warrant issued to her, out of nowhere, just come out of the blue, had her electronic equipment seized by detectives in the state of Victoria in Australia. What do you think her crime was? Her crime was a Facebook post. Now this is important to me, and I'll tell you why it's important to me. Something similar happened to me many years ago in 2012, 2011. I criticised the religion of Islam. I didn't say anything bad, quote unquote. I didn't make any threats, nothing like that. I simply criticised some of the harsh things in the Islamic kind of way, the way they go about things, particularly with the Sharia and their methods of punishment. I criticised it, and the same thing happened to me. Exactly the same thing. I was arrested. And had my computer seized. That happened to me twice. So we're going to watch the footage. We'll get into that and we'll highlight everything that's wrong with it. But if you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell and share this video. It only takes a few moments and it really helps me grow this community here, which I hope you'll be part of. Okay, let's get into this disturbing clip. Right, so we're about to watch the clip. Just for context sake, remember that it was a Facebook post. She was organising a protest. She wanted a peaceful protest. A real one, not the quote-unquote largely peaceful, in Victoria, Australia, to protest against the draconian lockdown. Needless. If you look at the rates and deaths figures in Victoria, and what you're about to see happen to her.
You can show me your search warrant before you go through my house.
Yeah, I own this house.
There it is. Search warrant.
Search warrant for what?
Now, what I will explain to you is if you want to listen, you got your phone going?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Right. Now, you're under arrest in relation to incitement.
Incitement?
Yeah, you're not obliged to say do anything, but anything you say do may be given the evidence.
Excuse me, incitement for what? What on earth? Excuse me, what on earth?
Just put your phone down.
Can you record this? I'm in my pajamas.
What's this?
Ultrasound in an hour.
Yeah, she's pregnant, so what's this about?
I have an ultrasound in an hour.
They're real big men, ain't they? They're really big men. Now, I support the police, especially with what's happening in the United States at the moment. You know, with people resisting arrest, people from particular people who resist arrest and have a culture of anti-policeism, you could call it. they end up getting shot by the police, and you see these looting and riots. They're allowed to do that unopposed completely. Yet this woman here who's pregnant, she's got an ultrasound in an hour. She wants to organise a protest against the draconian lockdown and these pathetic excuse of policemen come and do what they do. This is highly unhelpful at the moment with the anti-police feelings and sentiments happening in the Western world at the moment. I love the police. I support the police, especially in the United States. But these two here, they need to hang their heads in shame. They're not police officers in a regular sense. They're not men. They're not men. They're just disgusting monsters for doing this to a pregnant woman. For a Facebook post, had she have been organising a Black Lives Matter rally, had she have been Antifa, raising the Black Power hand gesture, no, they wouldn't have done it. They wouldn't have dared to come and do this to her.
Let me finish in relation to a Facebook post, in relation to a lockdown protest you put on the Saturday.
Yeah, and I wasn't breaking any laws by doing
You
that.
are actually, you are breaking law. That's why I'm arresting you in relation to
In front
How
of
can
my
you arrest
children,
her?
in front
That's-
of my 2 children.
So, putting a Facebook post up is breaking the law. Putting a Facebook protest to a Facebook post to protest, but only if it's an anti-lockdown, i.e. anti-tyranny protest. If it's a Black Lives Matter protest, you bet you're okay. You see this duplicity, this double standards that has pervaded all aspects of Western society is why Western countries, country after country, whether it's France, Britain, here, we got a lot of problems. Canada especially, they're a complete laughing stock at the moment. Sorry Terry, I love Canada, but I mean, with your leader Trudeau, just come on, you know, the Democrats in America, it's just this double standard is why there's so much confusion everywhere.
Can't you just say to her, take the post down? Like, come
I'm
on.
happy to delete the post. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I have to give you these person in life, you understand?
Yeah, that's fine.
You're not-
Like, I'm
not
happy to
advised to
delete
say
the
do.
post. This is ridiculous.
You
Like,
can
this is
say do,
inappropriate. That's
maybe
fine.
getting evidence, you understand that?
Yeah, that's fine. But my 2 kids are here. I have an ultrasound in an hour. Like, I'm happy to
Let me
delete
finish.
the post.
You also have the right to communicate with or to communicate with a legal practitioner. Do you understand those rights?
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, this is a bit unfair. Come on, mate.
No,
What about she just doesn't do the event? Like, it's not like she's done it.
well,
She made a
you've already
post.
committed the offence. So I'm not going to.
So that's an offence.
Now, the search warrant entitles us, and we're required to seize any computers, any mobile devices you have.
Yeah. Can I just get your badge there, mate?
It's all there.
This is a lot of stress on her too. She's pregnant. Like, come on. I'm relaxed. This is just very.
So the police officer is condescendingly telling him to relax when they've invaded his house and they're arresting his wife, who's pregnant, has an ultrasound in the hour in front of the kids that they've already got, for a Facebook post because they were going to protest against government tyranny. I'm surprised with Australia. Honestly, I never thought Australia. Have you noticed how quickly these left-wing governors, mayors, prime ministers, whatever they are, how quickly they have adopted tyranny just in a blink of an eye? And the thing is with the beer bug, this you-know-what virus that dare not be named, it is the only pandemic, illness, disease, virus, everything you can think of that affects humanity in a bad way. It is the only one that they've switched from counting cases to counting deaths to counting cases. You notice that with this one, with this virus, they count cases. They don't count deaths. Do you know why that is? Because the cases are so much higher than the deaths. What does that tell you? That the survival rate is extremely high. We know what it is. It's 99.6%. And those deaths, the vast majority of them, those who have died, and of course they're a tragedy, but those who have died had pre-existing health conditions and were in many cases, were over the age of 65. But it's okay to organise a BLM protest and attend it and then loot and rally and riot and it's the standard that right-wing people like her and like us are held to, and the standard that the left-wing people are held to, are just, they've been getting further and further apart over the last generation, but now they are as far apart as they've ever been. This is abhorrent. I hope these two police officers are ashamed of themselves. The video's almost finished, but let's watch the last bit.
Unfair.
Yeah, so that's the end of the clip. Just they're not even humans. They don't resemble humans to me. They're like robots that work for the police. That's what they resemble to me. And me doing this video, I know a lot of people have seen this clip, and I will tell you that. I'll explain it in a minute. But I should imagine that if these two particular police officers or Victoria Police see this, they'll be angry that they can't get to me. Do you know what I mean? They'll be angry that I'm in the United Kingdom. If I was in Australia, they'd come for me straight away. This is tyranny. It's what they're doing, what the government's doing, because the government ordered them to do this. Right? What they're doing is they're stamping out civil rights in the name of, apparently it's for our own good. They're just trying to help us. They've just got our best interests at heart. That's what all this is about. We're taking away your civil rights just to help you. We're pissing on you, but we're going to tell you it's raining. Okay, so that clip, just the one source I've seen, has been seen 1.4 million times so far. I certainly hope this video, which you're watching on now, could be seen 1.4 million times. So if you get the chance, share this around. Not just for my sake or my channels, but people need it. This is happening too many times. At the beginning of this lockdown, I did a video which I showed a British woman here in London. She was arrested and frog marched. An elderly woman frog marched to a police van. What was her crime? She walked her dog. She was alone, an elderly woman, taxpayer, never done any wrong in her life. She walked her dog, and London police arrested her. Meanwhile, we have illegal immigrants and alleged refugees. Most of them aren't real refugees. They're economic migrants posing as refugees. Though of course there are some legitimate refugees in there, yes, I know. But they're allowed to stream into the United Kingdom. Boats are arriving every day from Dover. The Coast Guard even gives them an escort, and in some cases tows them back when they cannot get here anymore under their own steam, whether the dinghy breaks down or whether for whatever reason. They will escort them. And it just really, it just sickens me, honestly. The double standards. It's like these pathetic excuses for people. They switch on a dime. They can just decide. There can be one person one moment and another person another moment. So if there's any silver lining, it is that a lot of news agencies are picking this up now. Some of the more reputable ones, of course, not the mainstream media ones. Although the mainstream media ones that have picked it up, a lot of them are reframing it as it was her fault, she was in the wrong, etc, etc. Supporting the police, the very police that they bashed and criticised over BLM. It's crazy. Double standards everywhere. So yeah, the mainstream media just goes, sorry, this article just goes over what you saw in the video. You're intelligent enough to make your own mind up. I was just showing you that this is being picked up because people need to see it. And the reason why I'm showing you this, the main reason, is I want those two police officers to develop a backbone, to develop a sense of self-reflection. They can do it in private, they don't have to do it in public, but even in private they have to sit down with themselves and ask themselves, why? When do you say enough's enough? The thing is, what their excuse will be is, I was just following orders. Well, if it's okay to execute in Nuremberg and Spandau the 1939 to 1945 Germans, who their excuse for what they did was, I was just following orders. If they can lose their lives over, quote, just following orders, I'm sure these two pathetic excuses of police officers can lose their jobs. Not their lives, but lose their jobs. I support the police. I haven't got any time for the anti-police movement in the United States. The United States police do a wonderful job, and so do Australian and even British police. Of course they do. There's always, but the problem is this sectarianism, this draconianism is something else. It's just a red line that can't be crossed, and it's worrying. It is worrying. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment sections below. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video around. That helps me stay competitive with the likes of CNN and the mainstream media, which YouTube is unfortunately choosing to prioritise. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.